Alright everybody, if you are here in this video, it means that you wanted some helpful hints for making your rocket. So just to get us started, I'm going to make like a very simple rocket here. I'm going to go ahead and create a new standard IPT. Okay, and it's not responding. Let's see if it responds in a second. Alright everybody, so we are going to go through some helpful hints in creating your rockets. The first thing you want to do is get into a new standard IPT file, and we're going to want to create the body of the rocket first. There are a couple ways that you can do this. I'll show you both. The first way is to create a rectangle, like a tall thin rectangle. Once you have a tall thin rectangle, you can give it some dimensions. Maybe this one's going to be, I don't know, 6 inches. Maybe my rocket's going to be 6 inches tall. And then up at the top, you're going to want to make this dimension half the width that you want the diameter to be. So in other words, the radius of that body of your rocket. So for example, if I want my rocket to have a diameter of 1 inch, then I'm going to make this 0.5. And here is why. The next step after doing this is to use the revolve tool. And I'm going to select my axis, and it revolves, so that radius, that 0.5, makes a diameter of 1 inch. Okay, so that is the body of my rocket. Now I need the top of my rocket. Now for a lot of you guys, you're going to have some sort of a pointed top. So we'll need a separate file. This time I'm going to create a cone shape. To do that, I actually am not going to use the triangle tool. I'm actually going to use the line tool, and I'm going to make a right triangle. And I'm going to know it's a right triangle because that little perpendicular symbol shows up. Okay, so now it's a right triangle. Then I'm going to put dimensions on it. Now, if I want this to fit exactly on top of the body of my rocket, then I'm going to make this have the same radius, because it's a cone, as my body of my rocket did, so 0.5. Now again, you guys might have something different. Then I'm going to decide how tall I want that point to be. Remember, the rest of my rocket is 6 inches, so maybe I want the point to be really tall, so 2 inches. And if I back up, you can see it's going to be a very tall, pointy cone on top. Then I finish my sketch. I'm going to use that revolve tool again. And there we go. Alright, so now I need to make sure I've saved this. File, save as. Probably call this the cone. Your cone might have a dome top, your cone might look different, mine just looks like that. And then my body, I forgot to save that, so I'm going to save that now. Okay, so remember I was going to show you another way to create the body. Let me show you that real quick. If I did not want to use a rectangle shape, what I could have done is this. I could have created a circle with the diameter that I want my rocket to be. So this rocket, I wanted it to be 1 inch in diameter. And then I wanted it to be 6 inches tall, so I would extrude it 6 inches. And there we go. It's the exact same body, just done in a different way.